Hello and welcome to Inside Look. I'm Sergeant Tracy Bowman.
And I'm Petty Officer Pat Burke. A whole bunch of good stuff for you this week. A story on adoption, a look at the Air Traffic Controllers AFSC, program notes, and of course, our question of the week.
Childlessness is a problem faced by many couples. Airman Veronica Azores gives us this inside look at how Lajes couples can get information on adoption services on the island.
Not of my flesh nor of my bone, but still miraculously my own. Never forget for a single minute. You didn't grow under my heart, but in it. This poem by Fleur Conklin Heigler, found in the Adoption Builds Beautiful Families packet, sort of says it all about the joys and tribulations adopting parents go through. Captain Terry Stotler, Chief of Social Work Services, says, couples who are looking to adopt in the Azores must be ready and willing to go through the long, difficult process.
The best thing I would tell somebody coming in the door, if they want to know what it's going to take to complete the process, is they better be persistent, they better have a lot of patience, and they better be ready for the process to probably stretch into a year and a half, maybe longer.
Captain Stotler believes people have the perception it's easier to adopt a child in the Azores, but that's far from the truth.
And that's not as easy as people think. They think because there are several orphanages on the island that there must be an abundance of children. But we've learned from experience that that's not necessarily true. The orphanages here are used a bit differently than they are in the States, and not all of those kids are available for adoption.
There's an abundance of people, organizations, and a support group to help prospective parents around base. Although there are several first stops interested couples can make, Captain Stotler is happy to help them start the process. They also have the adoption packets made up by the Adoptive Parents Support Group.
Now, some people do go to the legal office first, and some people do stop at the Family Support Center first. But normally it would be the legal office or the mental health clinic first.
It may be a long process, but there's a lot of support and information available for couples who are dedicated to making a home for a child. With an inside look, I'm Airman Veronica Azores.
We'll have an in-depth look at the adoption process and how to apply for adoption services later this summer, so keep watching. Watching is the key word of our AFSC feature this week. Air traffic controllers keep a close eye on the skies. Air Force Sergeant Debbie Smith gives us this special look at their job.
Headquarters MAC recently announced its winner in the Air Traffic Control Complex of the Year competition. The 62 air traffic controllers of the 1936 Communications Squadron, Lajes Azores, welcomed the award as proof positive that their unique host nation work ethic made the difference. Unlike other facilities, this complex trains both the Portuguese and American controllers for every position, ensuring that any emergency will be covered. On an island measuring 12 by 8 miles, erratic weather conditions creating a low-level wind shear, direct crosswinds exceeding 50 miles per hour, restricted visibility due to rain and severe fog, and winds up to 150 miles per hour all add up to challenging work conditions. Chief Air Traffic Control Operations, Captain Ed Brimner, feels that the training and special working relationship between the Portuguese and Americans is the key.
It's been absolutely incredible to me, the cooperation that the American staff has received from the Portuguese staff, and we basically have dual staffs here. Before we can implement anything, the Portuguese have to approve it, and before the Portuguese implement things, we have to look at it and approve it. So it's been a very joint and a very cooperative spirit that's been generated this year.
No matter who the people are, the key to any unit's success is its training program. The Lajes complex has proven itself here too. Master Sergeant Vic Keel just received the Air Traffic Control Training Achievement Award. His philosophy is a simple one.
Training manager's job is to provide what they need. Listen to the trainee, listen to the trainers, listen to the supervisors, the people on the front line. My job is support. I need to be there to support them, what they need to have to be able to accomplish the mission.
Controller Staff Sergeant Tim Lovell outlines that it takes someone quite special to be a controller.
The job is one of the most challenging jobs that I know of. That's what makes it so enjoyable to me. It's the day-to-day challenges. And you never know how challenging it's going to be when you don't know what you're going to be doing until you actually arrive at work. Every day is a different day. Every day brings different scenarios, different weather. And it's the constant change that I enjoy.
For Inside Look, I'm Air Force Sergeant Debbie Smith.
EBS Lajes is again soliciting informal audience input. This time, radio service is the subject. Our station manager, Air Force Sergeant Ron Rayhorn, explains.
Now that our equipment upgrade is complete, it is time to explore a major move we've been considering for over a year now. We'd like to know your feelings on this possible adjustment to our radio service. Would you like our primary radio programming, which includes all of our local live programming, current canned programs from the AFRTS Broadcast Center, the countdown shows, and the like, would you like to hear these programs in stereo on 96.1 FM instead of 1503 AM? Now, this would move our automated signal, now carried on FM, to the AM band. We think the compact discs and recently pressed vinyl would sound much better over the cleaner FM signal. What do you think?
Send your inputs or any other questions you might have to Station Manager, EBS Lodges, APO 09406. Air Force Sergeant Debbie Smith will be back with program notes right after this.